Liverpool 2, Manchester United 2, and another match fueled with VAR controversy yet again in the Premier League. And it seems like this is happening week in, week out. And we can't do nothing about it because De Ligt, I'm sure that he was kind of punished for that one. Kind of punished because, look, he had his arms out wherever, but he's an athlete. He's going to turn. He has to react to the header. What else is he supposed to do? And that ball literally just kindly fell on his hand and had a penalty. And Salah slotted it away nicely against Onana. But Liverpool, I've got to be honest, they were poor today. They were poor. They weren't their usual self. The self that comes across as a team that can clinically finish their chances and create more chances than the opposition. But Manchester United held their own. I've got to be honest, they go away at Anfield in their current form. You're expecting Liverpool to put 3, 4, 5 past them. But no, it did not happen. Manchester United held their own. And I think Amorim's tactics this time kind of played into their hands because they had a lot of width. And especially with Trent playing like he did. Oh, my Lord. Trent had an absolute stinker today. A stinker. And as a Real Madrid fan, if we're looking at that as a performance, as a benchmark, for example, against a supposed big team, then we're like, why do we want him in the first place? But you know what? It's one performance. I mean, Trent is a good player. It is one performance out of so many. And so many, he also performs really well. But today, he was dropping a stinker, a biblical stinker. And yeah, I don't remember Carvajal dropping too many stinkers in his time. He's mostly very consistent. So we need to find a light-for-light right back. And if Trent's the guy and they feel that, that it's fitting, then, so be it. But yeah, today was poor. And Salah was also poor today. I thought that he was not his usual self. He was direct. He was trying to cut in, do a few things here and there. But I think Man United had answers for him. And I don't know, Salah today was a player that you expected to become the shining light at Anfield and, pull them out of that kind of dirt that they had when Man United went 1-0 up after a brilliant pass, actually, by Bruno towards Lisandro Martínez, who absolutely funded it into the roof of the net. So there's certain players like Salah that you expect to do that, and he didn't. But, yeah, he scored the penalty. That's what he did. And if you're talking about a pressurized situation for them to score the penalty, then yeah, it obviously led them 2-1 after that. And Gakpo sat, I don't know who he was, I can't remember this time, but he sat that guy down crazy. Yeah, crazy sat him down. And what a strike. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant from Gakpo. And I think he was one of the better players today for Liverpool, if I can admit that. But, yeah, overall across the whole match, it was tic-tac-toe. I think Amad Diallo and Gakpo put the ball across the face of the box, and Amad Diallo tucked it away really nicely. That's the kind of class player that Man United are going to be looking forward to keeping for the foreseeable future, because if they don't and they lose him, then it's going to become a problem because, yeah, they can't just keep shipping out their players, especially when they're that talented. And Amad Diallo's stringing up good results, good performances, across his Premier League season this season. And I'm looking forward to see what the future holds for this guy. But, oh my God, Maguire, last minute of the game pretty much, had the chance to finish it off. I'm not sure if Xerxes was actually offside in that one, but Maguire absolutely... I don't know what he did. He skied it. But Maguire actually was one of the better players. He was marking in the box. Corners came in. Deliveries came in. And he was stuck on men like glue, honestly. He was a towering figure. And when you have that physical presence, especially in the back line of Man United, especially when they play a three at the back, then you're going to have to look for a centre focal point that will be the guy to bring you out of certain situations. And Maguire today done that. I think he was actually pretty good and one of the better players for Man United. And yeah, it was pretty crazy match overall. I was expecting Liverpool to do much more. I was expecting them to be more incisive when they were on their counter-attacks, and several counter-attacks led to nothing when usually they would lead to goals. But Man United got back quickly enough to intercept them, which I found them doing really well. Maybe Amorim's training sessions are, affecting the players in a positive manner rather than a negative one, because the last few performances I've seen from Man United have been absolutely shambolic, if I can say the least. But yeah, and for me, I would see Liverpool now kind of shooting themselves in the foot, because after Arsenal drew with Brighton, they had an opportunity to go home, beat their biggest rival pretty much in England, and yeah, get the win and then go with a de facto 11 points if they got their game in hand also. Just failed miserably. It's back to square one again. And Arsenal fans will be doing this and licking their lips because they know that Liverpool do have these performances in them, but Arsenal do as well, so they can't really say anything. They have no right to say anything, especially Arsenal fans, the deluded ones that you see pretty much all around the internet. They have no right to say anything because, yeah, Liverpool do have these performances when you're expecting them to beat Manchester United, and yeah, they will go and probably beat the next team, whatever, 5-0 or whatever it is, or score a plethora amount of goals in the next match. But yeah, I'm just pretty much looking forward to the rest of this Premier League season, because if Amorim can get their players rocking and rolling like he did today, then I could see a brighter future for Man United, because every match is a step to getting rid of certain players and getting rid of certain players who don't deserve to be there. Yes, Garnacho came on and was quite bright. He was good on that left side, obviously giving the assist to Diallo, but he needs to go. Obviously, Rashford, no secret, he needs to go. Bruno, no secret, he needs to go. And certain guys around the pitch, they need to go. If they can get rid of Casemiro and replace him with a very, very good holding CDM, then there's potential for Man United to become a good team, especially with this three at the back system. So obviously I criticised last time Amorim's tactics because he got outrun by Newcastle. But today they didn't get outrun by Liverpool. I don't think so. I think they held their own. But if you look at it in its entirety of the match, Liverpool were the better team. We can't say they weren't. They were the better team. And they just didn't find the final third of the pitch open enough, I think, for them to capitalise and be a bit more clinical in that end. And you know what? The substitutions were good as well. I think, do you know what? I think Arne Slot is a positively minded manager. I think when he saw that and he's like, we need to go in and become more attractive in the front end of the pitch, and you know what, cause more havoc towards Manchester United's defence. I think Van Dijk had a header that was literally right in front of him. I think it maybe got dragged away from him. And they were trying, Liverpool. I've got to admit, they were trying. They were, but they weren't finding that, that oomph in the final third of the pitch where they could say, look, we can have so many chances here and score so many goals, but they didn't. And that's where Liverpool lied today. I think in front of the fans at Anfield, I think they'll be highly disappointed, highly disappointed about that result, because I feel they could have got away with more, to be honest. They could have got away with more. If they were a bit more, I think, organised. I think I saw Liverpool a bit frantically paced today, if that makes any sense. They were good in the midfield, but sometimes Man United has spaces in behind their midfield as well, and had a few opportunities. I saw various opportunities for Man United where they were 3-on-2 up at the Liverpool end of the pitch, and then basically just couldn't do anything about it. And yeah, like that Xerxes chance at the end. Honestly, I think Xerxes could have shot himself. I don't think he should have given it to Maguire. I don't even know what Maguire was doing on the end of that pitch anyway. But yeah, I've got to admit, it was a decent performance from Liverpool, a better performance from Manchester United, I think, than previous. And I think Manchester United, I don't think the only way is up now. I think they still got a lot of work to do, especially with the lower end of the teams, because they can't just sit back and just expecting to counter-attack all the time. They're not that type of team. Maybe with the players they have now at the moment, but they're not that type of team. And maybe Ten Hag's idea of that was quick transition and trying to get bodies up front, but they're not that type. I think Amorim wants to maintain possession a little bit more and be a bit more controlled and try and create positive overlaps on the outside, especially like you saw today with Diallo. And it's going to take a lot of work. It will take a lot of work, but we have to bear in mind that Amarim's just come in, and maybe I was quick to jump the gun last time with my video on him. But let's see what happens anyway with Manchester United in the near future. And Liverpool, I think, yeah, you missed your chance, guys. You missed your chance. A weakened Man United side, they saw green maybe too much, and they just left the back exposed. Pause. But guys, much appreciated. Thank you very much for joining. It's time to end the stream, Dave. Take care. Comment down below, like this video, and we'll see you next time. Take care.